All right, Herc, time for the latest edition of 3 Questions. Who's more to blame for Mexico's recent struggles? The players or the manager, Tata Martino?
It's the players. Listen, we could talk to her.
I'm sorry, let me just cut in for a second here.
It's not the first time.
This is this is the most anti-manager, pro-player pundit I have ever worked with. We'll never blame the players. And you're blaming the players.
You asked the question. Who is more to blame for these recent performances? We could sit here until we're blue in the face about the fact that Mexico doesn't export players. Los directivos, the chairman, the board of the federation and these clubs are hurting the Mexican national team, are hurting the Mexican product, the future development, et cetera, whatever you may want to pull out of this hat of problems that you have at the federational level or at the Liga MX level, you could do whatever you want, but none of that is Tata Martino's fault. Not one thing of that is his fault. Player selection right now, you could say, sure. Who's he going to bring in that's going to change something? Chicharito, you're going to say? Okay, Kelvin Alvarez, Rocha from Atlas, like that's going to change what's going on right now? No one player is going to change anything. It's the players. And what's happening here is they don't have a good collective performance, and that could be. But sometimes the individual player itself will get you by, the quality of the player. The fact is, the quality right now is lacking. And not only is quality lacking, but you don't have enough players in a good moment, in momento bueno. You look at the players right now who are actually playing well consistently for club, consistently for country. It's a Memo Ochoa, it's a Cesar Montes, your center back, and Edson Alvarez, the center midfielder. That is it. And that is the problem right now with this national team.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and defend the players. There's not one player other than Memo Ochoa that you can honestly defend after the last 2 performances. It's very, very difficult. Here's what I'll say about Tata Martino. He's the one that chooses the players. And I understand that your point. I understand your point. Oh, well, who's he going to bring in? It's not just who he's going to bring in. It's the players literally already on the team, down the depth chart, that he's not giving opportunities for. We see Tecatito over and over again, despite the fact that he doesn't produce. We see Raul Jimenez over and over again, despite the fact that he doesn't produce. We see Hector Herrera, we see Andres Guardado. These guys are not working in whatever midfield setup they're going at. And at the back, Herc, I don't think we have any answers. We'll talk about the defense a little bit later on. But all of those things, to me, track back to the manager. You saw his frustration after the penalty wasn't called. That was a guy who is desperate for anything to hang his hat on. It's a missed penalty when there's no VAR in a friendly, and that desperation we're starting to see. Tata Martino was always I'm a 4-3-3 guy. Now it's a 4-2-3-1. Then we saw 5 at the back. And guess what, Herc? None of it is working. That's got to be down to the manager. I'm sorry.
You said players. You didn't try anybody. We just saw Luis Romo, Alexis Vega. We saw Nene Beltran. Whoever you may want to throw in that mix, it's Arteaga. Angulo. It's not working. Players, different players, same players. It's the same result. It happens to be a talent level thing.